Hello everyone, today we will talk about the transit of Venus. Transiting Venus is in opposition to natal Mars. How transiting Venus will behave in opposition to natal Mars depends on the position of natal Mars. This transit may be more prominent in your life if you already have planets in aspect with your natal Mars. But the basics are as follows. When transiting Venus is opposite your natal Mars, that transit will bring havoc in your life, so be very careful with these energies. The intolerance of the planets and lack of energy support gives the feeling that it is impossible to satisfy your physical need for love and companionship. Experience a short period of 2 to 3 days in which relational experiences will provide you with powerful insights into your fundamental desires and motivations. You will feel as if an inner fire has been lit, which wants you to take action and follow your attractions. Although the transit itself increases physical attraction, physical desires, and creates a certain tension, a tension that can only be released through increased stimulation and enjoyment of a healthy relationship. Boosting your energy during this time will give you a sense of sexiness, desirability, but also self-confidence in romantic endeavors. No, the tension itself also brings the risk of a conflict between your romantic desires. If these creative energies stimulate and lead to satisfying sexual relations, it will be more in the form of physical training than a passionate act of love. Transiting Venus in opposition to natal Mars always tries to be friendly, but often seems to miss the mark more, as more tension is felt in the partnership. Both because of being torn between the need for compromise, and because of the need to fulfill one's own desires. So relationships with people of the opposite sex are heightened now, for the reason that you experience strong feelings of attraction and desire. If, for example, you are not happy in your sex life, then precisely with the arrival of this transit you will be very tense and angry, and tempted to act with passion. Regardless of whether you do things the way you want or not, the process of taking action in accordance with your desires brings greater clarity and awareness of who or what you are attracted to, as well as the value system underlying your attraction. However, if you are in a strained relationship, relationships will cause your temper due to selfishness or hidden views. Even if you are single, your heightened passions should be kept in check now because you may be attracted to someone with whom you are not at all compatible. As we have already mentioned, the incompatibility of the planets and the tense transit, fall, and dominance on one side or the other give a point of view from another angle. For example, if you are in a casual sexual relationship, you will suddenly realize that you want more or that your long-term relationship has lost some of its spark and you will want to improve your sex life. However, the emergence of frustrations if satisfaction is not provided and the attempt to simultaneously satisfy romantic needs and assertive/sexual needs is essentially a very challenging process. Your romantic sensibilities and your desires for physical action are at odds with each other, and this is what ultimately results in problems, especially misunderstandings. If you feel that they are trying to take advantage of you, making you less inclined to cooperate or compromise, the reason for this is that one of you is behaving provocatively or inappropriately. For example, for the purely physical pleasure of being tempted, or cheating on your partner or vice versa. So, such social situations get out of control either because you stir something up or because someone else does it. While thus gaining self-knowledge about the inner values that motivated you to such an act, you will have the opportunity to reconsider and think about whether it is really worth devoting your time and attention to it. Try to consciously find healthy outlets for all that increased energy you'll feel during this time. If you're already sexually frustrated, go out dancing or increase your exercise routine. Talk to your partner and express your frustrations in a healthy way. If you're single, think about why you're feeling frustrated instead of jumping right into bed with a stranger. Such a radical move brings the possibility for women or submissive men to become victims of excessively aggressive types of persons. If you make such a move, it is best to avoid commitment until it is shown that the relationship is not based only on sexual relations. The conflicts that would then arise in your personal life would make it difficult for you to concentrate on work, and bring the possibility of taking it out on other people in your environment. Do your best to listen attentively to the needs of others you are in a relationship with during this time, as well as to your inner needs. Don't do anything you'll regret just because you're frustrated or angry. If you feel unfulfilled in some way, examine why that is. If you're unhappy being single, jumping into a relationship isn't going to fix it, and if you're disappointed in a relationship, ending it right away probably won't fix things either. If you are engaged in works of art, it is probably not a favorable time to complete them, because you will not be able to express yourself in a completely spontaneous way. You will tend to attract excessive competitiveness, and your spontaneous attitude will cause a collision with certain people. A strong competitive spirit could lead to victories in business, as long as you don't forget to be friendly to your teammates or partners in the whole game.